Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I am back to really quickly sit and introduce the video you're now about to watch. I filmed this at the end of January and I completely forgot that I did it. With everything that went on with my uploads recently, with my breast reduction and my book videos and everything else, I completely forgot that I had this file. I was going to refilm it, but it's pointless because the only thing that's different is the pages have been filled out more. Obviously, I'm currently filming this, I say obviously, I'm filming this in April, so there is 3 months of stuff that's not in here, but everything's still the same, and I wanted to still put the content out as opposed to resit, refilm and all of that sort of stuff. So today I'm going to be sharing with you my reading journal. I've never done this before. I've briefly shown you in videos, and when I put about book content, a lot of you were interested in like my bullet journal / reading journal, whatever you want to call it. So that is what this video is. I am not a professional. My handwriting is awful and I'm very basic when it comes to this sort of stuff. So don't come into watching this video thinking it's going to be like all artsy and fine writing, because it's not at all. It's basically just fancy lists. But that's what works for me. I really hope you enjoy this video. Hopefully it's informative for you, or you just like have me on in the background while you're doing washing up, and just like me talking about my book and my pens. I hope you will enjoy it. If you do, leave me a comment down below and I'll do like an updated, whether it'll be towards the end of the year or not, I'm not too sure, but if you want to see like an update of like how I've been getting on, then please let me know. I would be really happy to share that with you at some point. So yeah, I think that's all I've got to say. I hope you enjoy the video. I've never done a video like it before, so fingers crossed you like it. I'm gonna go. I hope you all enjoy it, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye. Okay, so like I said, I would show you my original reading diary journal thing. This isn't a bullet journal, it's just a notepad. So I'm just going to flick to 2019 because that was the year that I really filled it out properly. Obviously 2020 was a bit of a write-off for everyone. So this is what I have done, and I'm obviously going to compare the two. So like I said, this is my old one, my new one's just off screen here. So my reading goal for 2019 was to read 52 books, and I did that. So I just made loads of little squares, and then I just cut out washi tape and then wrote how many I read on top. I really liked this. I think it looks really nice. So that's what I did there. And then I did a spread here for my monthly faves. You probably won't be able to like see all my handwriting properly, but I just did 2 months, a space, 2 months, a space, 2 months, a space. And I keep things quite simple. I'm not the type of person that doodles because I can't draw. I don't necessarily like my handwriting that much, and in this I just use a black biro because that is my preferred pen of choice. Book club with Jess, like always, or like I say, I have my own book club on Instagram, so these were the picks that we did. And then I basically just got my monthly spreads, if you want to call it that. I've just listed, so I've got January and February, and it's just the same concept throughout. So we've got the book title, the dates read, because I always find it really interesting how quickly or how slow I read a book. For example here, that I only read that in a day. That doesn't seem right, but apparently I only read that in a day. And then I've got my star rating, and then down at the bottom I've got my book club with Jess, which was Caravel by Stephanie Garber, and that corresponds with that as well. So I ended up using different coloured pens for my months, which was something that I didn't like in the end. I didn't like the pens that I had, but I was just working with what I had because I didn't think I would keep up with it, but I did, and I really enjoyed doing it. So this is what I read in 2019. And then we've got my 5-star books of 2019. Whether I do a wrap up at the end of this year or not, I don't know. Obviously I didn't last year because I just didn't really do my book journal at all. And then I've got the book bracket, so I picked my favourite from each of the months, then I picked my favourite out of these two, and so on and so forth, and then these were the top 3 out of my faves, and then I picked that one, which was After by Anna Todd. Goodreads stats, so I always do the year before and then the year that I do the stats of. So 2018 and 2019 so I could just see, Rue, leave me alone, you're so annoying. So yeah, I just wrote it all out just to sort of have a good comparison. Book video uploads, I won't be doing this again, completely pointless. And then I used to do readathons, but again, I just don't have the time at the moment. And I think that's pretty much it. Book video, how well do I know my bookshelf with the coordinates? I don't know if you remember that one. And yeah, that is it. Then it went on to 2020. So that is my book journal for like previous years. And then let's move on to my new one. So I knew that I really wanted to treat myself and get a bullet journal. I've never had one before and I just really wanted to give it a go and see how I found it, and so far I'm loving it. I'm not the type of person that can sit down and do like a bullet journal for my everyday life, just because I don't really do a lot. We've been in lockdown God knows how many times and for how many months, and I don't need a journal, like a journal for daily stuff, but for my reading I just really wanted to get one. I paid, I think it was $13.99 for this on Amazon, and this is a brand called Otagami. And this is the design I picked, so it's like a jade green blue with gold detailing. They've got loads of different designs. I just really liked this one. This was also available on Prime, which really helped me pick which one I wanted, because I just wanted it there and then. So it's got an elasticated thing. This is really hard to film. I'm really sorry if it's not very good. This is not my sort of content that I film. So I left this page blank because I don't need to write my name or anything in it. And then first page is blank. And then second page, I just wanted it plain. So you'll see that it's very, very plain. I'll just bring it up to the camera so you can see the paper. It's really, really thick paper, which is something that I wanted because I knew that I wasn't going to use biro. I'll show you the pens and stuff that I'm using in a second. So I just got a quote, which is, "A book is a dream you hold in your hand." I really liked that quote. And then my goal for 2021 is 21, just simply because it rhymed, and the way that I spaced it out, that was all I could fit. I did 4, 3, 4, 3, so on and so forth. And then once I've read the book, I'm just going to colour it in like a rainbow style, which you'll see throughout the book. It corresponds with it. So my first spread is Book Club with Jess. You'll see throughout this that I really struggle with my titles. I don't mind my handwriting when it's small, but when it's big, I just really freak out and it always goes messy. So it's something I need to focus on, and I change it throughout, so you'll see that. So for Book Club with Jess, I've done it slightly different this year. So obviously I'm filming this at the end of January. I don't know when you'll see it. But what I'm going to do is title, name and page number, and then at the bottom here I'm just going to do a star rating as to how many I rate it. I should fill this in because I only gave this 2 stars. So I wish I changed this slightly and it wasn't all pink, but I wasn't really thinking when I did it. I wish I did it multicolour with my highlighters, but it doesn't matter. So I've just followed the same concept throughout. This took me so long. You'll see here I changed this. Again, I wish I did it like this on the other page, but it's a learning curve and it'll be different next year. I think this is why I really enjoy bullet journaling, because you can be as creative or as not as you want. So we've got it all the way through to December. And then, is that the next page? Yep, next page is series to complete. Again, I don't like my handwriting here, but I don't mind it here. And these aren't the only series that I've got. I've got so many on my shelf, but these are ones that I sort of want to focus on this year. And then any more that I have, I'm just going to pop on here. Realistically, I'm probably not going to get all of these done, but it's good to have it at the forefront of my mind. So I've got Scythe, Akatar, Bloodlines, which is by Rochelle Mead, Red Queen by Victoria Aveyard. I made a mistake there. I don't know if you can see. I had to tip exit out. I made a lot of mistakes and it annoys me, but never mind. And then the Shopaholic series by, what's her name? It's on the top of my tongue. Sophie Kinsella. So we've got that one there, and I just fill them out as and when I finish it. Anticipated releases. I'm not necessarily like die hard following releases. I just don't. Some of them I do, but these are just a couple that I've got on here at the moment. The one that I always do is a page tune. January I didn't have any. February, the Chain of Gold Cassie Clare paperback is coming out because I only ever buy paperbacks. And then A Court of Silver Flames by Sarah J Maas is also coming out in February, but I will be getting that on my Kindle, not on hardback. Chain of Iron will be out, which I'll probably get on Kindle if I pick this up this year. I don't know if I will. I tend to wait until the whole series is out before I start because I just like to binge. Sunny Days and Sea Breezes by Carol Matthews. This was her release last year, but this is the paperback one, so I will be asking for that for my birthday because my birthday's in June. Someone I Used to Know by Page Toon, and then The Lost Book of White by Cassie Clare as well. I want to say that's a paperback edition as well. I never write down hardbacks, which again is probably why the anticipated releases don't necessarily work for me, because I just don't like hardbacks. Wishlist, to buy and to read. I probably need a much bigger spread for this, but at the moment this is what I've got on here. I'm probably going to change my mind about Red, White, Royal Blue. Apparently it's quite political, and I don't know if I'm into that, so leave me a comment below, let me know if you've read that. Kingdom of Ash, that's a Sarah J Maas. I didn't want to put down author names or anything because I know what they are. So we've got Akamath that I've just read, Akko War that I'm trying to put off reading because I don't want the series to end. One Perfect Summer by Page Toon, Queen Bee by Jane Fallon, Conversations with Friends by Sally Rooney, American Royals. Can't remember the author, but that's a library book that I've got. So I definitely want to try and prioritise these this year, and I will add more as the time goes on. And then Book of the Month, I don't know what colour scheme I'm going to do yet. I've just left it as it is. But obviously it's the end of January, and my favourite one was The Court of Mist and Fury by Sarah J Maas. So it'll be nice to sort of have a wrap-up spread at the end. And then we go on to like my books read for the month spread. So I've done exactly the same thing throughout the entire journal. I wanted it simple like always. So I've got the date, or not the date, the month up here, which is January. Books read, statistics, hate this. And then we've got title, author, dates and star rating. So Court of Mist and Fury by Sarah J Maas. I read it from the 1st to the 15th, and then I gave it 5 stars. Bridgerton by Julia Quinn, 16th to the 20th, I gave it 2 stars. I have read more than this, I just haven't filled it out. I definitely should have done that before this video, but never mind. And then here I'm going to put the total pages read that I read throughout these books. Book Club with Jess, which is Bridgerton by Julia Quinn. Favourite book, which was Akamath. And then Kindle versus paperback. I think this would be quite interesting for me because I do read quite a lot, like on my Kindle and on my paperbacks. So I'm probably just going to put like a number beneath each of them and then tally it up at the end. But I can imagine Kindle is going to win at the moment. And then I'll just go through and show you I've done exactly the same format, just not the titles throughout. So I've just used pastel highlighters. Like I said, I'll show you my stash at the end. So let's just get to that. So I've done that. And then something that I wanted to do in my previous one, which I've never done, is thoughts. So sometimes I film videos, sometimes I don't, and I think it would be really good to, whether I do a video or not, but I think it would be good to write it down just to gush and chat about my book. So I've got the January Thoughts as the title, book and chat. So the book was A Court of Mist and Fury by Sarah J Maas, and then I've just written what I like. One of the best books I've ever read, so much depth to characters, obsessed with Feyre and Rhys, so many twists and turns, can't wait for Akko War. Bridgerton, meh, liked it at the start, felt like the romance was rushed, didn't like the Daphne taking advantage / raping Simon. Spoilers! So yeah, I didn't think I needed 2 spreads because it's just a brief little summary. But again, I have done that for all of it. And that is it. That is all I've done so far. I don't know what else I'm going to do. I really like what I have done. I love this journal. It also comes with a pocket at the back. It also comes with stencils that I haven't used, which could be really handy actually. I probably should have looked into doing those, like you got the little flag and things like that. I just really liked that. So we've got that, and I've just kept that in the back. Pop that back in there. And then let me just quickly show you my pens, because I know people that watch these videos find that stuff really interesting. So this is my pencil case. I stole it from P. I gave it to her for Christmas in her stocking. And I was like, can I just borrow that? Because I really need a pencil case, and now I haven't given it back. So I have got a small Tipp-Ex. This was Neil's. I can imagine you just get it in supermarkets like that. I have got a pencil sharpener. This was from Asda. I think it was like 20p because it was in the sale. I have a ruler that I used to have when I was at school. So this is probably like 15 years old. So I've just got a little 15 centimetres so it fits. These are the pens that I use. These are the fine liners from Home Bargains. I really like them. I think it's like 79p for a pack, and I definitely need to get some more. I just haven't gone out there yet. I'm on to my last one, because sometimes they don't, I don't know, they don't last too long, but I don't really mind. So this is what they look like. Oh, it's not going to focus. Come on, hang on. There, can you see? It's a really nice fine nib. I really like that. So we've got those. I have a random pencil. Don't know where that's from. Probably from my old school pencil case. Again, another random rubber. I have a black biro because I do like writing in biro, and I always write in black. I don't write in blue. And then finally, I have got my highlighters, and these are from Poundland. I couldn't justify spending like £5 on the Stabilo one, so Neil got me these. I think it was in my stocking last year. And hang on, I've got a bit of paper that shows it all printed out. Hang on. Ugh. So here's my little rough thing that I wrote out because I didn't know how it was going to look, and sometimes I like to start my pen on here. But you can see what they look like, and for £1 I think they're great. I absolutely love them. So you've got all 6 and I love them. Everything that I do for my reading journal. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Sorry it's not my normal format, and it's like a new way of filming for me, but I really hope you enjoyed it all the same. I'm trying new things. I will probably do a review maybe in 6 months time, and then I'll do one at the end of the year once it's all filled out. Leave me a comment below, let me know if you do this, let me know what spreads you've got in yours, because I do want to add some more. I just don't really know what to do. If you've got anyone that you watch that does these videos, again leave them below and I can go and have a look at them. And that is my bullet reading journal for 2021. So I hope you all enjoyed, and I shall see you all in my next video. Bye!